8 soldiers and 2 reservists have been confirmed dead in a bomb blast launched by Hamas fighters on Saturday morning at the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu did not mention the numbers of Israeli military personnel killed in the attack while addressing the nation on Saturday, but the Israel Defense Forces said 8 soldiers were killed. A photograph showing the list of people killed in the attack also indicated that 2 reservists were among the Israeli fighters killed in the bomb blast. Many close watchers said the Saturday killing of Israeli troops by Hamas marked the deadliest incident for the Israel Defense Forces in the enclave since January. It will be recalled, in January 2024, 21 Israeli troops were reportedly killed in a single attack by Palestinian Hamas fighters in Gaza. Only one of the soldiers was named by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as of Saturday afternoon, Captain Hossein Mahmoud, 23, a deputy company commander in the Combat Engineering Corps 601st Battalion from the northern Druze majority town of Beth Jan. We learned that a tracked minefield set of the explosion, according to the armed wing of Hamas, in what the fighters group described as a complex ambush against enemy vehicles. YASSIN 105 RPGs were fired at AD-9 military bulldozer, and a rescue force vehicle that arrived later on the scene was also attacked, killing all of its occupants, according to Hamas. The Israeli military said that an explosive side bomb was what caused the explosion of the Nimera armored vehicle. In addition, on the vehicle there were engineering tools that included explosive material. The explosion was significant and may have been caused by the ignition of the explosive material on the vehicle. All this is not supposed to happen and therefore the incident is being examined, Israeli forces said. The explosion occurred near Gaza's far southern city of Rafah, where troops are engaged in fierce street battles with Palestinian resistance group known as Hamas. Israeli army data indicated that the number of soldiers killed since October 7, 2023 has risen to 658, including 306 since the ground invasion began. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, on Saturday evening during the nationwide broadcast said as reported verbatim below, "Citizens of Israel, today we paid a heart-rending price in our just war in defense of our homeland. With deep sorrow, and in heavy mourning, I bow my head together with all citizens of Israel and weep over the fall of our heroic fighters." Deputy company commander in an engineering battalion, Captain Hossein Mahmoud, and additional heroic soldiers whose names have yet to be released. Our hearts are shattered before this terrible loss. The entire people of Israel embraces their families in their most difficult hour of grief. I stand by our brave fighters and commanders, who are imbued with the sacred mission to defeat our enemies and return our hostages. When the price is so heavy, let us remember what we are fighting for. We are fighting to ensure our existence and our future. We are fighting to return all of our hostages. This difficult war was forced upon us by an abhorrent and murderous enemy. On Simchat Torah, the Hamas monsters invaded our kibbutzim, our communities, our cities, and the festival of young people who desired only good. They butchered, raped, beheaded, burned, dismembered and abducted our brothers and sisters, infants and children, women and men, the young and the old. This monstrous enemy has no intention of stopping here. Together with the other parts of Iran's axis of evil, it will continue trying to destroy us. If we do not stop it, it will not stop. Therefore, there is no alternative to victory. Citizens of Israel, do not let anyone distract you from one clear and simple fact. Despite the heavy and unsettling price, we must cling to the goals of the war. The destruction of Hamas's military and governing capabilities, the return of all of our hostages, making certain that Gaza will never again constitute a threat to Israel, and the return of our residents securely to their homes in both the north and the south. We are in the midst of a very difficult war. The war is being conducted on several fronts, including the international front. We are ready for many additional challenges. It is at this time that we must show our people strength of spirit, thanks to which we have overcome all of our enemies. So it will be this time as well. It is a time of trouble for Jacob, but out of it he shall be saved. Jeremiah 30:7. Together we will fight, and with God's help, together we will win. Office of the Prime Minister of Israel in a news release previous day said that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited the Special Anti-Terrorism Unit base together with National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. At the start of the visit, they spoke with the Forum of Commanders who took action and commanded the forces of the Special Anti-Terrorism Unit and the ISA during the operation to rescue the hostages from Hamas captivity, with the commander of the Special Anti-Terrorism Unit first and foremost. Special Anti-Terrorism Unit Commander H. briefed Prime Minister Netanyahu and National Security Minister Ben-Gvir on the stages of the operation and the cooperation between IDF and ISA fighters. They then held an additional dialogue with the command staff, Israel Police Inspector General Yaakov Shabtai, the Prime Minister's Military Secretary, Major General Roman Goffman, and Border Police Commander Brik Yitzhak also participated in the visit. Prime Minister Netanyahu, at the conclusion of the visit, said in quote, "I am here at the Special Anti-Terrorism Unit base. I just met with our amazing fighters who rescued the hostages from the jaws of the enemy. Unfortunately, this heroic operation claimed the life of fighter and commander, and wonderful human being, Alon Zamora, of blessed memory. We have named the operation after him, Operation Arno. I saw the fighters, I saw the determination, heroism and devotion to the mission in their eyes. The same heroism, determination and devotion to the mission will enable us to overcome our enemies in both the south and the north, and restore the residents securely to their homes. Prime Minister Netanyahu to the fighters of the Special Anti-Terrorism Unit. You reflect the stature of the entire people, and you have shown that we are ready to do whatever is necessary to rescue our hostages. When this reaches the moment of truth, when it rises to the fore, and in the end comes to me for a decision, I think about the entire chain, but in the end, I come to you. I look at you, the commander of the Special Anti-Terrorism Unit, and I see ready, or not ready, whether you have doubts or hesitation, because if there is even a drop of hesitation, the operation will not be carried out. Therefore, I have come here to say on behalf of the entire people and all friends of Israel around the world, well done, for the heroism and for everything that you have done. The Prime Minister Office also reported that the government, on Sunday the 16th of June 2024, approved Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's proposal to authorize Tekuma Authority Director Moshe Edrei and the authority to extend the period of lodging for residents who have been evacuated from their homes, in the hotels and temporary housing solutions, which are being financed by the state, until the 15th of August 2024. This is according to professional considerations, and an assessment of the overall conditions that would allow for the residents to return to their homes. The decision, which was agreed upon by, and coordinated between, Prime Minister's Office Director General Yossi Sheli and the Ministries of Finance, Justice and Tourism, as well as the Tekuma Authority, was made pursuant to the needs and characteristics of the various communities in the area, against the backdrop of the ongoing combat. The decision is also in order not to harm the rebuilding and recovery process of the communities and to facilitate optimal integration in the return to the permanent communities. On October 7th, the residents of the area were evacuated to temporary quarters in hotels, sheltered housing, apartments and additional absorption facilities. In recent months, the authority has overseen the return of residents to their homes in communities in the area or to intermediate quarters as per the damages and needs of each community. Approximately 70% of the residents of the area have returned to their homes in recent months. According to the decision, the authority will arrange the format according to which a date will be determined for the community's return to their homes in coordination with the Finance Ministry and according to security and rebuilding conditions. It was also specified in the decision that the Tekuma Authority would, in coordination with the Finance Ministry, organize activities for the residents outside the absorption facilities and community housing solutions via the local authorities in the area. The Tekuma Authority will continue to work in full cooperation with the various government ministries, authorities in the area and the communities, and will evaluate the needs on an ongoing basis in order to provide appropriate responses, and implement the strategic plan for the renewal and development of the area. The Security Cabinet discussed steps to strengthen settlement in Judea and Samaria, including in response to the countries that unilaterally recognized a Palestinian state after October 7th, as well as a series of responses against the Palestinian Authority following its actions against Israel in international bodies. The Defense Minister and the Attorney General requested additional time to comment on several of the proposed clauses. The Prime Minister instructed that all of the proposals be submitted to a vote at the next Security Cabinet meeting.
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.